Hey guys, it's Cat Angel with Southern Angels Paranormal, and we have our two angels in charge, Debbie on your left and Barbie on your right. And we also have Wayne from Southern Paranormal, and he's in the middle.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that what we are doing tonight, and again, nobody can tell what color I have on. I actually have a black shirt on, and I have my beautiful evil eye that Barbie, again, this is another Barbie thing that she had made for me, and it's got an evil eye, which I thought appropriate since we are definitely going to be...
Funny? I got my evil eye shirt on.
See? Everyone was... We didn't even talk before we went on. We didn't even agree to match. So, all right. Tonight, we are going to have a quote-unquote, well, not a do-over, but it is somewhat a do-over because now that we have everything from the haunted trunk, all of the things that came over the period of time from the first week in June, there are a lot of new people that didn't actually get to see those other things. So what I said last night, and especially because we had technical difficulties when it came time for the SLS camera here, and a huge part of what I had planned last night included doing the SLS camera around the objects and things. And then I was going to also do connecting people with their loved ones. Since last night, in the addition of viewers, okay, additional number of viewers in the chat rolling really fast, what I have decided to do to streamline things is to do this, which it's in the description below. Each person that is on the team brings to the table something special, unique, and different. When we all come together and we put our energies together, amazing things happen. But sometimes when we're all on at once, we're not sitting next to each other, so we don't always know by body language, oh, hey, you know, like you point to someone when you're next to them. And so we were getting a lot of, we're crossing paths like this. So what I have done is I have decided to streamline everything and do this in segments. So this is how it's going to go tonight. Doesn't always mean every night. It's going to be Barbie, Debbie, Wayne, and then all of us, and then a hangout. But this is how it's going to go tonight. So this is how we're doing it. Tonight, Barbie is going to come on, and what you will see is Wayne and Debbie will be in chat. They'll clearly be able to see everything going on live. They'll be tuning in, making notes, modding chat, and paying attention to everything that Barbie and I are about to do, which I'll explain that to you as soon as their cameras go off. They will also be muted, so you will only see their picture and the microphone muted. Then you will see Barbie and myself live. I will show and explain to you what each person does tonight, because each person brings something else to the table, okay? So the first segment of the show is going to start with showing you guys everything in one place from the haunted trunk. I have always felt that everything, I became obsessive with this, and I had to have each thing that kept coming up, and they were doing it, I believe, in a total, there were, I think, 20 items, and I think I didn't happen upon it for the first thing that was gotten, but the rest of it I did. So it became obsessive for me, which is really, I'm not saying I can't obsess over things, because I do sometimes, as far as things that I like and whatever, but this was a different thing. This was something that was pulling me from within towards it. okay? And I kind of felt like if some of the pieces that were found in, that were dug up in that trunk in New Orleans were not with me, that they weren't going to be happy about it. The things attached to it, I don't know. Or it could be a me thing where I'm like, I compelled. Very, very, it's been a really interesting path, okay? So, we're going to, now that everything is here in one place, show you guys. And since I'm not unboxing it live, it isn't going to take as long because it's all in chunks and it's all ready to show you guys. So, we're going to talk about insights from Barbie, and then with Deb, we have something special we're doing with her in pulling tarot cards on things. Then we're going to have Wayne, where we're going to be doing some serious tech stuff with really highly specified equipment, okay? So that's a little bit about what we're going to do tonight. Then after, when we all come back together, that is when we're going to do SLS Camera to try to connect you guys to your loved ones and ghost box. I'm going to take very pointed questions about people who have questions, and I'm going to run the ghost box here, and then Wayne will run them there, and we're going to listen and see what we get. At the end of that, if there are people who wish to come on after all of the bulk of the show is done, when we bring everyone back on, if you guys want to come and hang out, there are 10 spots that are available to do that. So if you know how to join a Google Hangout, I will send you an invitation and we can take up to 10 people. And we are happy to do that. We want you guys to come and join us at the end of our shows. This is something that we used to do, and this is kind of how I came to have a panel all the time, because it really gave a lot to the show. So you guys think about it, and think about what and if you might like to come on. If you have some questions, if you want to do a ghost box, anything, if you guys want to do it, at the end of what we do, we'll have an open hangout. All right? So, I'm only going to make maybe one or two smart-ass comments, like just maybe a little, one or two, but only one or two. Okay, my only actual smart-ass comment tonight, oh, in LJM Paranormal, and I think I forgot to tell Wayne this earlier. LJM, you know LJM's the one that has that app that we were talking about, Wayne?
Yeah.
Okay, there's an app that Barbie has of his. She's going to show the angel trigger box with that app tonight.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
That is from LJM. LJM doesn't even know we're going to do that. You guys know we don't generally use a lot of apps on the show, but you know what? There are good guys putting hard work into apps, and they deserve to be recognized as well as box builders like Steve Holte and Andrew Openlander, and the ones that build boxes, or even the guys who hack radios, 12150s and things like that. They deserve to have their work highlighted as well. So, because Barbie I had gifted her one of my custom-made angel trigger boxes, and she's going to show that tonight, and she's going to use LJM's app with it. That's pretty much, it's made for both, but I'll explain that when we get to that part of Barbie's segment. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have Barbie and Wayne mute their mics, and if you want, you can put up your picture or you can have your face. As long as the mic is muted, we're good. Okay.
LJM, you're very much welcome.
Go ahead, Wayne.
I was just telling LGM, he said he really appreciated it. I wanted to tell him you're very much welcome. Everybody knows how I feel personally about apps. I don't use them. I don't really care for using them personally. LJM made the very first app that I've ever personally said, whoa, I need to take another look at this. And Kat and I watched a video of him using it, and my eyebrows went up, and I was like, wow, that sounds really
what's that?
impressive. Right, we were like, what is that? At first we thought he was using a box. I was like, man, it sounds like a freaking spirit box. So I was like, you know, we need to look into that more. And then I contacted LJM, and I was like, dude, what was that you were using? You know, and he said it was something he was working on, that it was coming out this week. And as soon as he sends me a copy of it, I'll be sure to try it on camera and let y'all know what I think about it. But so far, what I've seen, it looks impressive. And y'all, like I said, everybody knows how I feel personally about apps. So for me to say, wow, this app sounds great, is really saying something, because it was impressive. So yeah, you're very much welcome, LJ. I know you put a lot of work into that, dude, and I appreciate, you know, the work that you put into what you
try out
got.
his new app that he just released, but unfortunately, for some reason, it didn't download properly. So I'm going to be using his Extreme app.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, Wayne and Barbie, Wayne and Debs, if you'll mute, and then I'm going to. Okay, Barbie is. You can't. I'm trying to see how much you can see. Barbie, can you have any other light source at all?
Let me see what I can do. Hold up.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let her check her light source, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do some shout outs tonight. So chat is rolling pretty quick, but let me do this. Black Wolf, hello, thank you. LJM, of course. Cat, New York. Unknown Origins, Paranormal. Jordan, Angela, 102, DG, Bloody Mary. Let's see here. I saw Jason, Paraghoster. Thank you for coming and supporting us tonight. Paranormal Crazy, Eclipse, Para Effect, Amanda Morant, Vintage to Vixen, Michelle. If you stay up late enough, you have to come and hang out for a little while if you're feeling good. Chuck with the Butt Hurt Show, Callie, beautiful Callie. You always bring something unique to the table. You always are amazing with the things that you perceive and that you see. And when you warn me or others to be careful or cautious of something that's going on around us, your expertise and your insight is much needed and appreciated. Thank you for coming tonight. Sarah Farnham, Chris Hedstrom, Cat, New York. Love you, Cat. There's two cats. I kind of love that. Jen TT in Orlando. Let's see if there's anybody else. That Sylvia Sparks, Charmy Bates, Christina R, Candy Flossie. I don't know if I said Eclipse Para Effective. Let's see if there's anyone else. James Griffin. Let's see here. And if I missed you, if you want to shout out Albert, hello Albert. Brooke Bass, hey Brooke. H Baker, Paranormal Apps, ODSD, Shadow Demon, Choctaw Girl, and Harmony ITC. You're not invisible. I was scrolling up, like super quickly. Let's see if there's Henry. Hello, Henry Clary. I don't know if I said that right. Lori Starr, my beautiful friend. And I don't know if Shelly K's in there yet. Penny 44, Liz Rudder, Laura, Pearl Coat. I think I already said Angela. Paranormal Legends and Portals. Hey, Kimberly. We love you, girls, from Southern Angels Paranormal. So let's get on with, there's my Shelly K. Shelly, I love you to pieces. She does angel grids for me and all kinds of beautiful things to put protection and light around me. Hello, 4Shot. Sorry we got started a little late, guys. Teresa, hey. A lot of times prior to a show, we get a lot of technical things. It's become a private joke around here that if we get started right on time, the world is going to end and something bad must be about to happen, because microphones unhook, cameras disengage. And Wayne and them can tell you, they've seen it. Debs can tell you when she comes on. It happens. It's almost laughable that, hey, Crystal Carter, it happens. And James Griffin, I don't know if I shouted out to you, it's very interesting the things that happen. And it's like the spirits always, if I say, oh, I'm going to be right on time, I'll be darned if they don't make sure that I am not on time. So they're in control. They run the show, so to speak. We always follow where spirit takes us, follow an outline, but if something starts banging and lights and weird things happening, I'm going to grab something and I'm going to go right to it. I'm going to start doing photography. I'm going to start grabbing Obelisk 5. I'm going to start doing a lot of things. So we do follow where spirit takes us. That I want to be sure that you understand 1,000,000%. So the one thing that I need to grab, well, two things actually. I need to turn on some IR lights over there, which will help flood the room a little bit more because we are in the night vision mode. Okay, so let me do that, and then we'll get started. And the smart-ass thing I was going to say is for my hater, Steve Huff, and you and your 30 other spy accounts, who hates my pigtails and the fact that I'm 50. Well, guess what? I'm wearing pigtails and I'm still 50. So, if that's the best you got, then you know what? I'm doing all right. So, let me go grab, turn on the lights, make my way back around, and then we'll start to get into the trunk. Okay. Let's see if that added proper amount of light. I hope that that brightened up a little bit. And I'm going to make my way around here. And have some interesting experiments planned for tonight that I think that you guys are really going to enjoy. I'm going to put my case over here that has all my digital dowsing stuff. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Obelisk 5, which we like to run that to see the catalog of words that it puts out, because last night when Debs, she pulled the justice card, this thing said justice like 3 times. On the back of this, I have the heat to light converter, and I always turn that on when I'm doing it, or when I'm walking around and doing this, okay, because this will convert. If it's, I'll show you in a second when I get back over there what this does, but when you put that on the back of the Obelisk 5 with Velcro, which is what I did, it makes an Obelisk 3. So that's kind of why that looks like that. But I'm going to turn that off to conserve the battery and put this down. And there's my bright light. And I'm going to come back around and we're going to get started. I also want to tell you guys that either this next weekend, possibly the weekend after, depending, I'm going to be driving out to Barbie's place out in the country, where she has the spirit of somebody that I'm not going to tell you all the particulars about the spirit on the property, but we are going to do a straight up investigation of the property. So I think you guys are going to really like that. I also got the video feedback ITC loop taken care of from yesterday. doesn't even matter what happened yesterday. It was a host of interesting things. But tonight, spirits are going to play nice. Or at least I think they are. So, let me take a look here. All right, Barbie, if you can unmute.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. All right, beautiful. Okay, that gives some more light. For the people that are here, I don't think we got to properly kind of, could you tell everyone, I've got the screen locked on you, a little bit about you and your experiences with the paranormal and
Sure.
kind of what your interests are and what you do?
Sure. My interest in the paranormal actually started at a very young age. I was being contacted by spirits when I was probably about 5. I could actually physically see them, physically hear them, sense their presence, and actually see them in transformation phases of different forms of, making themselves physical.
Hold on one second, Barbie. Hold on. Hold on just a second. There was something, if you rewind that, you'll hear, okay, just a minute. You know what? I should not be, okay, let me see if that echo is better. Hold on, let me move this piece of equipment away. But the echo started, okay, if you rewind live, okay, is the echo any better now?
Let me talk.
Hold on. Echo, okay, all right, I'm getting thumbs up from Wayne. Okay, when I heard, I don't know if you heard that, Barbie, there was like a, I don't want to knock because then the dogs will actually start barking, but you heard Bookie just started to whine. Right after I heard that and you saw me look to the left, I heard that noise, the dogs started to whimper, and my left IR light, which I put brand new batteries in, completely drained out. Okay, so I'm going to go grab another battery because they love to eat batteries, and if that's any indication, it's going to be an interesting evening. So, Barbie, bad echo?
I have an echo.
Let's see, is it Barbie or, okay,
I'll go out and come back.
okay, Barbie's going to pop out and pop back in, although, Wayne, we can't hear you because you're muted.
It's your speaker being a little too loud. When she talks, you can hear her coming through your speaker and back through your mic, echoing.
I can't
It's only
even
when
hear
she talks.
You know what? Hold on. Oh. All right. Let me see if I can hear you talk without that.
Let me see. Check.
Okay.
Check. No,
I'm going to have to ixnay the speaker, which I think I can hear you pretty good with my Mac. So when she comes back in, we'll see if that was indeed feedback from that. And if that fixes it, we're good. And I'm going to go grab. Okay, Barbie, can you talk to see if we have anything?
Better?
Okay.
Hello?
All right. Okay, we're getting thumbs up. So that's it. We're good. I'm going to grab the battery for the IR light that just got eaten while you continue talking about that.
Okay.
About
well, I'll finish where I left off at. So by the time I was about 6 years old,
Barbie.
I was actually...
Barbie, if you wouldn't mind, the people in chat wanted you to start over because they couldn't hear what you said at the beginning because of the echo. So if you wouldn't mind starting over from the beginning, I think a few people wanted to hear what you were saying.
Sure, no problem.
Okay,
Cool.
Don't forget to mute, Wayne.
Okay. My paranormal experiences actually started when I was a very young child. Not only was I given the ability to foresee future events, I was also given the ability to communicate with spirit. They started showing themselves to me from the time I was about 4 years old. When my grandmother had passed away, she made a visit to my bedside after she had passed, prior to my parents telling me that she was no longer in this physical realm. I can actually see spirits manifest. I can see them in just about every form there is. Now, that doesn't mean that I always see them. It only means that if they want to be seen, I can see them. I see them in forms, everything from basically mists. I can find faces in certain types of orbs, not all orbs, but certain types of orbs, energy orbs. I also can pick up auras. I read tarot. I started reading tarot many, many, many years ago. I wouldn't ever profess myself as being a professional paranormalist. I'm just here to share what I've experienced, what I know, and prove to others that there is life beyond this realm, beyond this dimension. On top of being able to see and hear and feel them, I can also be given visual manifestations of future events. That's like a double-edged sword, however. I can also remotely sense when people are having health issues. There's people in chat that it can actually back up what I'm saying. Of course, members here of the paranormal team that I'm now involved with these guys, they know my abilities. They've seen it firsthand. They know what I'm capable of. However, I'm not perfect, and I'm never going to profess to be perfect. I make mistakes too. I'm human in a human form. So with that, I guess that's all I can say about myself. I try to bring a little bit of fun and light into the environment. I try not to be negative, because it's like, the thing about negativity is it's like a ripple in a pond. When you throw that stone, those ripples will come back, and I don't like that kind of negative energy. So I try to keep things very upbeat, very positive, silly and goofy. I have my own unique, odd sense of humor, which these guys know about. But I do try to share my skills. I don't charge for anything that I do. I do it out of the kindness of my heart. I think if you start charging for your services, you lose your abilities. You know, I do believe that.
I actually agree with Barbie. She and I talked about this. It's like some weird karmic something that you just feel like if you profit off of a spiritual gift. I don't mean like if you're making something, or if I have a ghost box that I don't use anymore and I'm selling it, of which, by the way, I don't, so that I don't have any that I'll part with. Okay, but if you have a good, you know, if like Barbie makes these beautiful, you know, pendulums and some really amazing things that are spiritual tools, clearly you would charge for that. That's a good, that's jewelry, or that's like this. She did not make this, but that would be an example. That sort of thing. But spiritual, we all give of our spiritual gifts freely. Now, does that mean that we can do that 7 days a week? Clearly, we couldn't possibly, because we have, I know Barbie has a ranch that has to be cared for, and horses and chickens and animals, and I have 2 kids that are in school, and it, you know, that takes up a lot of time. But when we come here, we commune with you guys for the time that we're here, because we're here usually 4, 5, and 6 hours every weekend. We do that, and there's never a charge. So that's one thing I can honestly say, that we are. Corruption isn't the right word, because I have no judgment on anyone that does charge. If people do tarot card readings or they do psychic readings and they do charge, I have no problem with that. This is just a personal thing.
Correct.
So you know, and again, there's a lot of new people there's a lot of people who come on a regular basis that already know this about us, but it's important to know because we're not here to sell you anything.
No.
We're not here to push anyone else's things that they're selling. For me, having my near-death experience, I knew if I ever were to speak to someone's loved one and a dollar crossed hands, I would lose it. And I don't ever want to lose that ability.
It's a gift. And if you abuse, it's like anything else. Anything that you abuse can come back in not a great way. So I don't think it's just my personal opinion and my personal choice to help others the best I can and share what I know, because I think that there's too much unanswered questions, and I think the more we can know, the better people we can be.
And in sharing that together, we can all learn from each other, and we
Absolutely.
can aid each other. And I think that's why Debbie and Wayne and myself and Barbie and so many other people, it all works well together because we are sharing and we're doing it the way that we do it and the reasons that we do it. So, Barbie, did you please tell me I didn't just jump in there and cut you off?
No, you didn't. No, not at all. Okay.
Because hey, Magic 51 or Magic 51. So, and you're going to find that Barbie's got amazing spiritual gifts, and she's an amazing tarot card reader as well.
Thank you.
And there will be shows like we did, even when Barbie isn't here physically, although she only lives like an hour from me, that we'll have like a night where we do ghost box and tarot cards or ghost box and psychic readings for free, just to give back to you guys. So if you enjoy what you see, and don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up it and share it with your friends, because we really love what we do. Nobody could sit here and spend every Friday in this week, tonight, and last night, which will end up being like 8 to 10 hours, if we didn't like it. A whole lot. Like a whole lot. So, well, Barbie, are you ready to go into the trunk with me?
Yes, ma'am. Let's move into that.
All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pop full screen here because we are going to be showing the things in the trunk. Now, it looks like when I added the other IR light, which the battery definitely was all eaten up, it has given enough illumination to the rest of the room for you guys to see the items. So if there's anything that that you want to see with actual light rather than the more night vision, if you want to see the color and things like that, please feel free to say, hey Kat, would you turn on the regular cam so that I can see with, if you want me to turn a light on, I'll do that and show you what is there. But I think that you're going to be able to see it. Now, the other thing is there are other shows on the channel of the unboxing of these items. However, I'm going to show you everything, and I'll explain a little bit about the item, and Barbie will as well, because she's got a super good memory too, and she's seen and touched these items. But more importantly, there are several things within this trunk that she had very strong feelings about, and I know what a few of them are. as we go through this, Barbie, I've already asked her to pipe in and give me, or even to explain. There's going to be some things I'm going to show you that I'm going to let Barbie explain to you what they are, that we have found out from the previous shows. We have Googled, we have looked, we have gotten information, and we have found out what some of these items represent. They were very creepy when we were opening them up for the first time, because some of them were kind of shocking. Like, kind of, well, a little more than that. They were quite, it shook us, and you're going to understand why when I show you. So, hey, Jaylene, let's go ahead and start to show you guys all of the things that came from the haunted trunk that was found, supposedly, because I cannot verify that 100%, okay, that these things have said, like I said last night, to have come from a cemetery in New Orleans. And that was just a coincidence, the fact that Wayne is from New Orleans, okay? I had started and found this auction all on my own, and I don't even know if I told him about it until the first things came, because, like, he does his thing, and he works and all that, and I've got my little things that I'm into that, you know, but he's come to start to have quite a passion for haunted objects and, like, interesting antiques and things that, like, if you get my last rites box and stuff, we do shows where we turn that on and we try to see if we can get spirit box communication with the energy or the memory of things that maybe came in contact with that item. And so it's completely addicting. I've been doing it for 7 years, but this by far has been one of the weirdest things that I've ever come across, and some of it is very dark. And I am going to tell you, and I'm going to have Barbie at the point that we talk about some of these items, I'm going to explain to you why some of them could be very dark, okay? And there are some things that I'm going to have to do to cast a protective circle around these things, and I will have to put everything in the trunk and close it during the week when I'm not filming, for the reasons of which healing waters told me about today. But I'll explain that in a minute. So, Barbie, are you... Okay, wait. Okay, Barbie, you want to unmute?
I'm here.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and have you unmuted because I'm going to start showing the items. You guys, last night you saw the last grouping, and so I kind of put that over there on the couch, and I'll turn the camera over there in a second, but yeah, so let's just get into it. Okay. If I need additional light, I'll kind of shine it on something, all right? Actually, I'll kind of position that there. All right. Again, if you were not here for the original shows, then this stuff is going to be new. Everything I'm showing you was the stuff that came from the haunted trunk. And again, we don't advise you ever dig anything up at a cemetery. It's highly disrespectful and it can be very dangerous. But yeah, and the fact that I acquired these things, I'm not sure makes me a whole lot smarter. But you know what? Let's go. All right. Last night, I have the gypsy doll and the other gypsy doll here because so many people wanted to see this again that, okay, hold on.
She just told me your name was Emma. She just said it out loud to me.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. All right. All right, got it. Okay, yeah, this one with the eyes. And I will take the camera off because this doll's eyes moved and it did freaky things. So I kept this one very close to me as opposed to some of the other things I moved over there on the couch for the experiments later. Okay, and then I did keep her with her gypsy friend because I don't know, I just had this weird feeling not to like separate them. I didn't want like any more batteries or technical issues or anything else to go down. Once I started moving stuff around, I started to have stuff happen today. And a little bit earlier, I heard the knock. The IR light went out as soon as I looked at it, and then I heard one of the dogs start whining. Okay? Now, this item would, and again, this is part of putting together what the heck is going on. Hey, Penny Walton. Hold on. Let me turn my fan off. Okay, now I find it interesting. Hey, you guys know me, know that I am super hot-natured, so I generally am always running a fan. But I just, again, here I go. This happened last night. Cold. Immediately just got whoosh, this cold. Did you feel any shift in energy at all, Barbie?
Only when you were touching the dolls. I'm not getting
Okay.
shift that frame.
Okay. If you start to feel something, let me know. All right.
I will.
Okay, this item was a picture frame, okay? And this is called the Tapestry of My Life. It looks like it has a piece of tapestry that almost looks like a bookmark. And this was written by author unknown. And it says, "My life is but a weaving between my Lord and me. I cannot choose the colors, he works so steadily. Oftentimes he weaves in sorrow, and I in foolish pride forget he sees the upper and I the underside. Not till the loom is silent and the shuttles cease to fly will God unroll the tapestry and explain the reason why. The dark threads are as needed in the weaver's skillful hand as the threads of gold and silver in the pattern he has planned." Okay, this was in a picture frame in glass with this tapestry. And I want you
with the brass snuffer.
Yeah, okay.
Snuffer.
Okay. Yeah, these,
Yes.
and Barbie's going to remember, there are things that came together. But all of the things were found, and then they were divided up into these groupings. And I think there's something weird with the groupings that it has been suggested to me that there could be things that were put together to do rituals. And Barbie, at the end of when I show these, I'm going to explain to you what somebody told me. It was pretty shocking. Hey, Crimson Tider and Diane Hilbert. Bookie, it's okay, baby girl. She doesn't usually, like, well, now I told her it's okay. She's a, may have to go get Bookie and bring her out here. Bookie, Mama's right here. You okay, Bookers? Stop your fussing. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Now, there is a weird theme to a lot of these things.
Should have been a candle with that.
What?
There should have been a candle with that. Their candle's missing somewhere. There should have been a candle with that.
Really?
Yeah. And when that stuff was separated in the trunk items, I for some reason I'm getting there should have been
a candle.
A candle set, actually. I believe there was 2 candles. There was some kind of ritualistic prayer thing that she used to do with that you had the candle snuffer there, and I think she would actually I think she had that prayer thing hanging behind her when she'd pray, and she'd use that in like a prayer ceremony.
And you guys?
I believe it was a Catholic. Do you have a rosary? Did a rosary come with that stuff?
Yep. That's interesting that you brought that up again, because really there's no way for anyone to have memorized everything. You'll see how vast this is.
I didn't know you even got a rosary.
Okay, no, because it was, actually you didn't, because I found this when after I put everything back in the trunk, I had to get some of it out underneath. You thought it was a ghost dog, Teresa? Okay, that's funny. You have to.
That rosary goes with those other items, so you'll want to keep those together.
Okay, hold on. Okay, this is you see it?
Yes, ma'am. That belongs with that other stuff. It needs to be kept together.
Now, what this... Oh, okay, that was David. Debunked. Okay. On the back of this, it is the Saint Anthony, Saint of Miracles. Pray for us, Saint Anthony prayer. If you're Catholic, you know what this is. Okay. Okay. Healing water paranormal. I'm not going to tell them what you told me in private until I show all these items. You haven't even seen all of the items, but I would like your input when I get to the end of them, okay? So, rosary, and again, what I'm looking for is I want you guys to focus in on a puzzle, because there's something about this. And for you guys who haven't seen this, you're going to be pretty blown away.
2 brass candle holders should have been with the candles. So there maybe it was on a lot that you missed out on. There should have been 2 brass candle holders.
No. There was only this weird cat that had a broken tail and a red string around its neck.
And someone else has gotten possession of those other items. There should have been 2 brass candle holders with candles in them.
Okay, well, you're going to be very interested to hear what healing water told me when I get to the end of this.
Okay.
All right. Now, I showed you guys, I told you guys last night, and someone said there's more stuff. Yeah, that's why this show. Yeah. Remember last night I showed you the red dress and the fact, and this came inside this plastic thing. I did not put this in here, okay? And I told you that the other photos that came with different groupings were also burnt. And I know there's something to do with that. Okay, that was the one from last night. And no, I've not taken these out, and no, I'm not going to.
You remember what I told you last night about that red dress? That's connected to the seance.
And wait until I show people the dress. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's something. We didn't show that evidence. We're going to show that tonight. Here was another picture, also burnt, that came with the very first grouping. All right? And on the back of this was another set of those weird-looking clowns.
That's from that
thing.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Book.
Yeah, the freak show photos. That was on the back of this one. Okay, and I don't know the significance of why certain things are certain places. Okay, then there were these. And I know what this goes with, okay? This is this picture of this castle that has to do with an actual, like, princess that married, and they were actual people that actually they were able to find existed. And I'll read that to you when I'm done, a little bit about this and what it goes to. And it gets pretty trippy. Okay, the next thing, hold on, I gotta see exactly what this is. Okay, it's hard to see this. It's kind of like a lady standing out overlooking some water on a balcony. Kind of like Romeo Juliet-ish to me. Okay?
I can't see it well enough, hon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can barely see it as well. Okay, now, this marriage of, and Barbie's going to remember this, okay? The thing about this doll that you can kind of see right here laying down on this bed, all right, there is a certificate of marriage or a copy. It certifies that Charlotte and Chevalier were united in sacred bonds of matrimony on the 2nd day of March in the year 1721 at St. Louis Cathedral, New Orleans, Louisiana. Father Hannah Dyler or Diter, one of the two. These were found to be actually factual as far as these people, these marriage records, okay, that was there. And then I'll explain what that's tied to. Then here's another picture of like the gypsy with the ball on the back. Okay? Now, here's the weird thing. And when I show this, it's going to show backwards. And actually, Wayne had figured this out when I unpacked this the first time. There are these letters written in a circle. And when you look at it, you can't make out what it says.
It has to be shown in a mirror.
You have to see it in a mirror, but when I show it to the camera, it will make it show up. Okay, can you read that? This kind
no, I can't read it.
Not cast one love. Joy, 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 joy. You know what? I think I had determined I maybe didn't want to say all the words out loud for a reason.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Just as I was about to do that, I was like, never mind on that. Because I've wondered, is there something...
Yeah, I think there's something ritualistic about that. I think there is. I think it's tied to the those buttons that I don't want you to open. Don't you dare open those.
See, every time I get close to the buttons, wait until you see, Penny, because it gets weirder for those of you who've not seen the things that were in this and why we were so freaked out when we first opened it. Okay, you remember last night the bandana and the key. Oddly, there was a person watching the stream that's child whom I'm going to protect their identity. When I showed this key up close, they're really, really young, and they said that key unlocks a door in a room where very, very bad things were done, if I'm quoting it correctly. Evil, where evil things happen. Okay. Let me read to you about the buttons. Here's the buttons that Barbie's like, do not open these, do not open these, do not open these. She's like, don't open them. I've not opened them, but let me read to you what the deal is with the buttons. Okay? Because I went through, I did my little thing, I highlighted everything last night, printed it off, and I highlighted today. I like seriously wanted to present all this. This is not a joke. This is very, very, very real, and I don't really, really, really know what I got myself into. I really, truly don't. Okay, I need to find the thing about the buttons because there was something very specific, and I think that healing water. Okay, one of the things, because I'm about to show these, and I'm going to read it out loud. At one point, they were talking about. Okay, wait. Brilliantly shining stones started appearing in strange configurations, like in crop circles or strange star shapes. Okay, hold on. That page just blew down completely on its own. Okay, hold on. Because I want to know about the buttons. Do you remember? No, the buttons fell on the floor and created, was it a pentagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is what it was, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am. And they've actually been used. What I'm getting psychically is those buttons were used. The reason that whoever put that into the article that you received was because they actually used them in that manner. They actually used them, and not only that, but each one of those buttons came from, I don't want to creep you out, but this is just what I'm getting psychically. That most of those buttons, not all of them, but most of them came from voodoo dolls that were actually used in rituals. That's what I'm getting.
In Paranormal Legends and Portals said that they sew buttons on eyes and mouths to shut people up and bind them to things. And I didn't see what healing water said. Whatever it is, I'm going to listen, though. Okay, now, here's some of the things, and I'm about, okay, over here, where you see these things, okay, there is a box. I'm about to read what it said in this globe, all right? Ooh, there's something over there. Forgot about this healing water. Okay, you're going to find this other part to be interesting or scary or both or all of the above. Okay, I'm going to show you the red stones that they said were appearing in configurations and the things that came. They're talking about a portal from the other side. What is in the trunk? A portal from the other side. Makes me dizzy to ask the question. I'm getting vertigo right now. And when I get to the original trunk, I'm going to read you some of these things. Talks about the Creoles and the Cajuns. Okay, content as follows. Okay, Heart Box. Heart Box from Cannes, France, dated 1903. Dated 1903. Then they spelled that out. An antique silver-colored religious pendant. On the front side is S. Joan d'Arc, PPN, Saint Joan of Arc, Maiden of Orleans. The other side has Saint George and the Dragon. It's beautiful. An antique holy card in Spanish language from Lima, Peru, dated 1923. 1923? Why? A vintage postcard from Lima, Peru. 2 used airmail envelopes with stamps from Lima, Peru on front and back. A vintage picture postcard from Madrid, Spain, dated 1988. A vintage postcard from Cuba written in Zaragoza, España, Spain, written in Cuban Spanish. A trifold memory sympathy card from Sacred Heart Spiritual Society. Inside the card is a Lutheran hymn from 1542. Trent Somnambulus de David Moreau, entitled Your Hand, O Lord, in the Days of Old, 1542. then if our brains weren't already scrambled and baffled. June 18th, 3:27 p.m. A wooden baby cradle. A second doll, 17 inches. Irish in nature, green hair, vintage-looking dress, holding a hat and purse. There's a rosary wrapped tightly around her neck. And I'm going to show you that in a second. No, wait, better not remove the rosary. We better advise you to do the same. That's what started with the cat statue. She was laying there with 6 stemmed live yellow roses. As soon as my brother-in-law touched the roses, they froze. 6 plastic roses that had life. 9 semi-translucent blue crystal stones like huge aquamarines. Burnt piece of paper with flowers. Like a big black hole. It feels weird to look at that burn mark. When we did, the 2 of us got really dizzy and had to be helped to a chair. People in the cemetery, are they trying to communicate? Is the relatives of the dead in the cemetery sending gifts? Is it one person or a cast of thousands? Who decides to let this happen? Who made this happen? Nine semi-translucent blue crystal stones changing shapes. Okay, now I'm going to put this down again for a second. All right. If there's anything in chat. Okay. All right. Here comes something that I know, Barbie, but wow, my light is starting to go dead, and I just put new batteries in that. Go figure. Wonderful. Okay. All right. We're going to continue. Okay. Bracelet. Clear. Now, all of this...
All morning jewelry, every last bit of it.
I want to show you guys this. This is all black, and I'm going to show you... The energy is way too much for me. Okay, Shell? Go and... yeah. Let me show you these. Okay, this has blue stones in silver discs, just because you can't see this. And okay, this has black, giant, like, they almost look like rocks, stones on them.
It's onyx.
Onyx, that's right, because you held it. Okay, then this was black, and this has these little rhinestones in between. I think that's the same.
Yeah, but that's...
I'm not going to put them on.
You know what?
Yeah, I just saw that when I looked up. I'm glad you said that. Hey, Harriet Overstreet. Okay, this necklace. I almost slid that on my wrist. Matching earrings.
There's a piece there that's very, 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 very old.
Okay, hold on. I got to find it. Where the heck did it go? Okay, do you I don't remember. Okay, this...
That's it. That's the one.
Okay, what is this, Barbie?
That was worn upon the neck. That was worn to... It's a mourning piece, of course. It was a piece that they needed wear.
Like in when someone was laid out or something?
No, it was a ceremonial piece that they used for like attending the funeral, going to the wake, those kind of things. They used it. They only wore it at times like that, like wakes and funerals and stuff like that. It wasn't something that was worn every day.
Okay, now the thing I'm about to show.
Funerals.
Okay, the thing I'm about to show, I have a feeling, I just got chills all up and down. The thing I'm about to show that, I don't know if y'all can see the hair on my arms is standing up. Something just pushed that off my leg. I don't know if y'all heard all that go south. It just got pushed. Okay, what I'm about to show you, and I know healing water, I think what you said to me, what is in my lap? That just all fell in my lap. Okay. Man, healing water, what you said to me earlier today is really starting to kick in right about now. Okay, this would be the other item. Would you like to tell them what that is?
Well, you know what that is.
I know, but I'm going to let you tell everyone who hasn't already seen it.
It's a bloodletting instrument for conjuring wishes, as it were.
See? Healing water, I told you. Healing water, things that you told me that I'm going to talk about at the end of this are really, as I'm doing this, it is starting to make total effing sense. Okay? And wait until we run the SLS camera on this stuff, because the last time there were 2 spirits crawling into the trunk and fighting. Okay? Now, wait, because I'm going to do this in the order of which they came in. I'm getting chill. Just to tell y'all what I'm feeling, okay, here's a wooden bracelet, and it has, like, leaves on it, okay? Yeah, healing water, yeah. Okay, now check this out. Now, remember, I did not pay more than $49 for any grouping of stuff. Some of these things, just that morning jewelry alone and the bloodletting tool would be, I don't know what that would be worth, but I think quite a lot. Okay? Somebody was not making money off this. So I'll explain to you later. Okay? Ladies out there, if y'all don't know what Cole Haan shoes are, they're about $300 a pair, if not more. These are black, and if I was if these were a size 8, I would have worn them, except for now I think I know what they are, I wouldn't. Okay, but these are brand new Cole Haan shoes. Probably minimally alone worth $300. Now they're black patent leather. This is going to be important in a second. I have a feeling. At least in fact, I'm pretty certain.
I don't want to say out loud what I think about that. I want to discuss that with you in private.
Okay. All right. Let me show you the other thing that ties into this, because, I can almost hear what healing water is thinking. Seriously. All right. This is a Jeffrey Bean black. This thing, again, expensive. This is not okay. You guys can't see this, but this. Hold on. I'm gonna just grab a regular camera for just a second so you guys can see this. All right. Okay. I know you guys can see me now, but
yes.
Look. Okay. This is a black solid satin Jeffrey Bean shirt. Okay. Now let me show you. What the hell is in there? Okay, black, really expensive tie that clearly goes with that shirt.
Worn at a funeral one time.
No, the shirt won't fit Wayne, and I'm not quite sure he'd put it on either at this point.
I would not wear that shirt for nothing. Either or the.
Okay, black hematite. Oh shit! Great. Okay.
Yeah, you're feeling it. So am I. You wanna let someone else come forward for a little bit?
No, no.
Okay. You okay? Oh, God. You know what those are. You know what those are used for.
I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Now, here's the thing we did last time. And I brought the light out, okay? At the point when we first got this, we thought for sure these were used in a serial killer or something, okay? When you do this to the light, it can't really see it here. It glows. It's got like these little specks. And these are sharp, okay?
Well, they were pinking shears. They were originally designed for cutting fabric and dressmaking, but that's not what they were used for their last purpose. They were used for ceremony of some sort. I don't believe they were used for stabbing. I believe they were used for actual cutting.
I don't know if y'all can see like mine. All right. Then there was this. I'm going to go ahead and leave this regular lighting on for a few minutes, all right? Let's look what's in this. Can you see it all?
No,
I'm
getting
like Japanese people
of the screen.
No, it's swans. It's swans. Okay, and the music. Let me just dare.
It was a bridal present. That was a gift for a wedding.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to explain that in a second, you guys. Okay, that's going to keep playing. Okay. Hold on, you guys.
That was given by a relative to whoever it was who got married. I believe the female, the mother of the bride gave that to. That was given to the bride as a gift from the mother, from her mother. Sorry, that was me.
Uh-huh.
Checking chat out?
No, sidebar. Oh, something.
And you got something behind you. Turn on your IR light again.
What?
Yeah, there's something behind you. There's a presence behind you. You okay?
Yeah, my nose just started to, and I can't address the. Do you hear that noise? Anyone?
Yes.
Just curious.
I hear the tapping.
You hear tapping?
I hear tapping.
Okay. I'm not doing that. My hands are up.
Like Morse code. Wayne's noticing it too. What happened? Can you guys unmute yourselves?
Yeah, I don't know, she just dropped out.
I don't think that was intentional. What's going on?
No, that was not intentional. So, let me see something.
Debbie, can you unmute yourself? Let's see if Debbie's picking up. Wayne, what are you?
Yeah,
what are
I'm here.
you doing? Okay. Debbie, what are you?
She should be back in a second. Let me see something. Let me try. Let me go back into the Hangout and see if she's coming back or what. Let's see here. Let's see here.
Try reaching her on the cellular device.
Yeah, just call her and tell her, you know, what I said on the sidebar. It's okay.
Hang on, let me see. She's probably trying to get back in.
Okay.
Let me
She
see.
needs an invite. Debbie, can you send her an invite? I can't do anything with this cellular phone.
Yeah, hang on. I'm calling her.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and mute Barbie.
Okay.
Alrighty?
All right. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that. Sounds
All right.
to me.
She didn't answer, so I would imagine she's probably trying to get back in. So we'll just, I guess, just hang out and wait for her to get back in. The items in that chest, I know Callie, I was watching, Callie was saying something about those little, the little glass beads earlier, about not putting them together with a cloth. And I do know they did come with a little cloth. When we opened them up, they had like a little, they were in a plastic bag inside of a, like a gift wrapping cotton sort of deal. And then that was inside of a red, like a sash almost, cloth. Bloodletting tool. Yeah, yeah. If you have any information, just send it to me or Kat. Because we were looking about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, trying to figure out what to make of some of those items, because some of the items were just crazy. When we did that first show and we pulled out those scissors, I remember Barbie was like, "Don't touch those."
Yeah. Yeah.
Barbie's like, "Don't touch those. Leave them alone." So.
Well, I think there's, you know, there's something more on them than meets the eye, you know.
Yeah, definitely. There definitely is.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Kat can get back in before it ends the stream. If she doesn't come back in about another minute or so, the stream's going to end. If what happens, guys, if the stream ends, we're going to start a second stream. It'll be in another window, but I'll come back in here and I'll post the link to it if we have to do that. Hopefully she'll be back in here before that happens. But if for some reason she doesn't get back in here before it ends, I'm going to post a link in the chat box there to get to the next stream. But hopefully she'll be back. I don't know. She's must be having some kind of technical difficulties, I'm guessing. Yeah, your chat's showing up, Paranormal Apps. So I don't know.
Just a real quick.
Amanda.
He's still in chat. Lee, I got your Android thing, and the thing is while I'm streaming, I can't. There's nothing I can do about it because I just have this one device to do everything from. So once the show's over, I'll install that and see if I can get that to work. I'm having a heck of a stomachache. I'm gonna have to mute myself and deal with that. I'll be back in a minute, okay, Wayne? I'm sorry.